Who are we? We are the ones who step up for each other. I've got your back. You've got mine. Kindness, humility, empathy. It's not just talk. It's who we are. It's who we always have been. And no one can take that from us. The movement to bring it back, it started here. And here. And here. In school gymnasiums, community centers, the living room down the block. You'll be where? Okay, we'll be there. Who are we? We're the movement that will beat Donald Trump. Welcome. We're going to have to sweat for it. We're going to have to sacrifice and fight. We're going to have to lead. Everyone is going to have to lead with kindness, humility, empathy, and not just talk, but action. Action today, action tomorrow. Action until we win. And we will win if we do this together. It's who we are. It's who we always have been. Now let's show them.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the fourth installment of Biden Brunch. My name is Courtney, and I'm the Digital Organizing Director on the campaign, and I'm pumped to be joined by...
I'm Isha. I'm on the digital team. I do a lot of communities work, so you're going to see me online a lot. But first, Courtney, what's going on?
It's been a big week, Isha.
It's. I feel like every week's a big week.
I know. We're 178 days away from Election Day. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God. That feels so close and yet like so far away. We have a lot of work to do.
I know. There's so much work to do, but we did a lot of amazing things this week. Do you want to tell us a little bit about them?
Absolutely. So it's been a great week to be on the internet, guys, especially if you're on Team Joe. We actually launched our Soul Squad. So our Soul Squad was inspired by Soul Saturday and, of course, the Vice President's message to restore the soul of our nation. These are just people like me and you who are online volunteer or paid community organizers who are spreading the VP's message. They're building communities. They're organizing. They're talking to people. They're taking care of each other. This is the kind of campaign we wanted to lead. I know the Vice President was very passionate about really restoring the soul of this nation. What that means to him is just unity, kindness, and respect. And that's just the name we gave to you guys. So welcome, all of you are our Soul Squad. We were also joined by a lot of endorsements. Earlier this week, we had the Indivisible Group. We also had HRC, not Hillary Rodham Clinton, who I think endorsed us 2 weeks ago now, but actually the Human Rights Campaign and the Progressive Turnout Project, former AG Eric Holder, and the National Center for Transgender Equality Action Fund. So thank you all, and thank you, and welcome aboard. Over the weekend, we also won Kansas. So thank you to all of you who are watching from Kansas for, really prioritizing making your voice heard, but also doing it at a safe social distance. We also had a huge release, which is our campaign code. This was inspired by Pete's campaign. So shout out to all of you who were, on Team Pete before and have joined us. We really love you, and thanks so much for passing this idea along. We actually worked with you guys as well as the rest of our supporters and our staff to create a code that really embodies the kind of movement that we want to lead and the principles that we want to live by. And what we essentially concluded is that we'll be leading with compassion, keeping the faith, empathy, kindness, humility, joy, respect, dignity, and of course, no malarkey. We also had a great Queens for Biden event with Senator Gillibrand. So thank you all so much for joining us there. And we actually did something super unique. We have continued taking our campaign on the road, but we've actually done it all virtually. So for those of you who are familiar with us, we used to have multiple days sometimes of the Vice President and Dr. Biden being on the road talking to voters in different states. We're doing the same thing now, but it's all online. So this past Wednesday, Dr. Biden traveled to Michigan and held several different meetings and roundtables with folks there. And just on Thursday, the Vice President traveled to Tampa and had several meetings in Florida and just talked to folks about what's going on in the world today and how we can stay united and strong through it all. Courtney, we have a lot coming up again next week. What's going on?
There is so much coming up. So our organizing team continues to just be the coolest humans ever. And so they are reaching out to folks all across the country and just checking in on them. So we're still checking in on folks. We're building deeper relationships with our supporters. And we expanded our action center this week. So now we have all 50 states plus DC in the action center for folks to make calls. It's so cool. There have been a bunch of tweets that I'm seeing, people really surprised that we're just calling to check in. And it's really, really awesome. So I'm excited. We're going to have Preston on the show in a little bit to tell you a little bit more about all of the work he's doing there. So if you want to make community calls into your state, head to joebiden.com/call, and you can start doing that right now. The call tool is open every day from 10 to 9 p.m. local time. We're doing those check-ins over text too. So you can download our app, the Team Joe app, by texting app to 30330. And you can text your friends and ask them how they're doing on behalf of the campaign as well. So really, really exciting stuff happening there. Last thing that's coming up is the Nebraska primary is on Tuesday, the 12th. So if you haven't mailed back your ballot yet, do it right now. It needs to be received by Tuesday in order to count. So really exciting things happening.
Yeah, so much going on. Every week is like a new adventure and a new roller coaster. We're really excited.
Yes, that is true. But we have Preston waiting on the line too. So Preston is a regional organizing director, and he's working in the Mountain West region of the country. And so excited to hear from him. He's been with the campaign since Nevada. It's going to be awesome. Preston, we're so excited to have you.
All right. Well, hey, y'all. As Courtney mentioned, my name is Preston Harge. I am the regional director in the Mountain West Pod. I am a native of Houston, Texas. I'm a proud alum of the University of Illinois at Springfield and a proud HBCU grad of Hampton University. I joined this campaign because Joe Biden was a part of the administration that really saw my humanity in being a bisexual male and gave me the right to marry whomever I wanted. And that's the kind of leadership I believe we need at this moment, aside from, his experience to really get things done at the policy level, which is what I really think changes lives. I joined the organizing team and I was sent to Las Vegas, Nevada, where I really organized my heart out. I knocked doors. I shared my why story. I recruited volunteers. I recruited precinct captains for the Nevada caucus. The whole caucus experience was really eye-opening, and just organizing in Las Vegas with the perfect weather was just super fun. I met a lot of good people, and I heard a lot of stories of what people were looking for in their next president. After Las Vegas, I spent some time in South Carolina, Missouri, and Illinois. And whether it was seeing the vice president give his victory speech in South Carolina or being a part of the two biggest campaign rallies in St. Louis and Kansas City, the grassroots energy around the campaign and the milestones just have been an experience of a lifetime. And that's including our Soul of the Saturday event, which took place 2 weeks ago. We marked the anniversary of the beginning of this campaign through thanking all of the first responders and the essential workers during this pandemic. And that was pretty remarkable. Folks joined our virtual community from across the country and took all sorts of actions. I chatted with folks who were making masks for essential workers, writing thank you notes for the first responders in their communities, and even delivering meals to our seniors. And that day was, to me, just compassion and empathy and hope in action. And though this virus has really changed how we traditionally organize, I think it's given folks an opportunity to get more creative, giving us a more opportunity to get creative. And, now I manage a team of folks virtually who are doing digital organizing and recruiting volunteers and hosting virtual events. But more importantly, taking the time to just really check in with our supporters. And what we're doing and the community we're building is really a reflection of what Isha talked about, our campaign code, which is, compassion, keeping the faith, empathy, and kindness for others.
That is awesome. Your team has been holding some really amazing events. It's like Isha and I were talking about them the other day. There's so many good things happening, and everyone should head to joebiden.com/events to find a virtual event in your area. Our organizers are amazing. As you can see from Preston, and they're holding some really awesome events. So you all should get involved. Head to joebiden.com/events. Preston, Isha,
Yeah.
It's hot seat time. Are you guys ready?
Yes. I've
Yeah.
been waiting.
Okay. First question. If you could be famous for a day, who would you be and why?
Ooh.
Bring it to Isha.
I would be Chrissy Teigen. Just because I think she's so cool, she's so great, but also she just like straight chills most of the time. And I would just love to do that.
Yep, that's a good one. Preston, what about you?
Yeah, I would say Neil Armstrong. I mean, it's pretty cool to be able to walk on the moon. I mean, who can say they've done that? Not a lot of people can say they've done that. So that's pretty awesome.
I love that. That is unique. Okay, next question. What is your spirit animal?
I think for me, it depends on the day. Some days I'm feeling like a tiger. Other days I feel like a chihuahua. And people can interpret that as they want.
Preston, what about you?
I'm laughing at that chihuahua. I would say my spirit animal is the wolf. I mean, I'm really instinctual. I really trust my instincts on a lot of things. So that's what I would say.
I love it. All right. You guys ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like your eggs cooked for brunch?
I believe on an earlier episode of this, someone mentioned baked eggs. I can't say I'm a fan. I definitely prefer scrambled eggs with a lot of hot sauce.
Yeah, I'm not a baked eggs fan either.
No.
Preston, what about you?
Yeah, I think me and Isha, we're on this together. I'm a scrambled guy. Scrambled, and you can put some hot sauce on there. You can also put some cheddar cheese, too.
Yes. Retweet.
No baked
Thank
eggs.
No baked eggs. All right, last question. And then we have the lightning round, which we totally forgot to do last week, Isha.
Oh my God. Well, I was kind of hoping you'd forget again, but
Nope. You're not getting it out of it this week. All right. Where would you take Champ and Major for a walk if you were dog sitting?
I would go to the beach. I love going on walks on the beach, but also it's one place where there's not too many bugs around. I can't do like forests for that reason.
That's fair. Preston, what about you?
Yeah, so I have 2 golden retrievers, and I know they like a lot of space. So I would probably take Champ and Major to like a dog amusement park so they can just kind of have the best time of their lives.
Wait, do dog amusement parks really exist?
You know what? Fun fact, they do exist. And there's a couple of them spread out throughout the country.
Oh my gosh.
That's so exciting. Just learned something new.
That's amazing. I know where I'm going after the election. Okay, are you guys ready for the lightning round?
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Okay. First question, mimosas or Bloody Marys?
Mimosas. Bloody Marys or tomato soup.
I agree. Mimosas all the way.
Agreed. Waffle cone or sugar cone?
I am so sorry to Team Joe. I know this is mostly a waffle cone team, but I love sugar cones.
I do too.
Oh my God.
What about you, Preston?
I'm going to have to be on Team Joe in this one, waffle cone. I feel like sugar cone is it's a lot of sugar. So,
It's in the name, so.
It's just too much sugar.
All right, I know what Preston's going to say for this one. Knocking doors in warm weather or cold weather?
Listen, I have knocked doors in Pennsylvania, in Massachusetts, in New Jersey, in New Hampshire, in Maine. So I have a very different relationship with cold weather. So I'm going to have to say warm weather. I just need some warmth.
Preston, those Nevada days.
Yes. God bless Iowa and New Hampshire organizers. I couldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. I love warm weather. Knocking doors in warm weather is the ideal and the only type of weather I would prefer to walk in.
Fair.
Retweet.
So fair. All right, last one. Tea or coffee?
Coffee. So much coffee.
So I'm a tea person.
I'm a tea person too.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
I know. I feel like it's a weird thing. I don't drink coffee. It's like a weird thing for a campaigner.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee either.
No. Team no coffee and no baked eggs.
I'm on team no baked eggs, but I need coffee.
All right. That's the hot seat this week, guys. That's all we've got.
I survived.
You survived. You did it. All right. Well, Preston, we are going to let you go. I know that you have a big weekend coming up and your organizers are hosting a ton of events, like we said, and you can find them at joebiden.com/events. But thank you so much for stopping by. It was so good talking to you.
Yeah, good talking with y'all too. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Happy Saturday.
Man, Courtney, another great episode and another great week. Can't wait for another one.
I know. It was so good. Next week is our 5th episode. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be another great episode of a lot of great people.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder who's going to be our special guest next week.
We'll see. Hopefully someone who agrees on no baked eggs. Thanks for your tones.
Agree. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Like I said, there are a ton of great events happening over the weekend that our organizers like Preston are hosting. So head to joebiden.com/events to find one. They're all virtual, so you can do them right from your computer. And we'll talk to you soon. See you later.
Bye, guys.